I'm stressed and I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for these families who send their children to our schools hoping that they'll be safe.
It was just 1 week ago today that our community stopped in horror as a school shooting killed one student and one teacher and hurt 7 others. St. Louis Mayor Tishaura Jones spoke from the heart as the city's leader and as a mom, and she is joining us live this morning to help us all with moving forward.
Yeah, Mayor Jones, thank you so much for being here. I mean, I think the community really relies on you to be a voice of comfort and also to help us with a way forward. So you've been really open and honest about being a single mom, about, I think your son, Aiden, might be in high school now?
Yeah, he's a freshman.
He's a freshman. Okay, so what kind of conversations are you having, and are you and your family okay?
You know, we're getting by, but it's okay not to be okay. So I just want to let people know that if they are not, please reach out. There are tons of behavioral health resources now available to wrap our arms around our community. They could always call the suicide hotline at 988 or behavioral health response. We are just so overjoyed with the amount of mental health resources that are coming forward to wrap their arms around our babies, especially in this moment. My son was re-traumatized because of a sudden death that happened to us earlier this year. So, and he knew a couple of the students as well. You know, high school students know each other through social media nowadays, and so they're all just kind of connected that way.
Now, every time we send our kids off to school, we expect them to be safe, we expect them to come back okay. And we know that Central VPA had, things in place to keep the kids safe there, but a gunman was able to get through. What role can the city play in making sure that these schools are going to be safe for all kids?
Well, we have been working with the school district and the other schools for the last several months on active shooter drills with our police department. It's an unfortunate reality, but this is the era that we're living in. And fortunately, Central VPA just had their active shooter drill a week before the shooting. Wow. So the children were prepared, the staff were prepared, the school resource officers were prepared. Everything went according to plan. And of course, we mourn the deaths of the people who lost their lives in this tragedy, but they saved lives, and it could have been a lot worse.
Absolutely. I know that you're in this bipartisan effort with mayors all across the country, and I'm wondering if you could talk about that first of all, but also I'm wondering if you can't get federal change, if we can't get red flag laws in place, couldn't cities do that? Couldn't mayors be the people who make this happen?
Well, unfortunately, the Missouri legislature has prohibited us from passing common sense gun safety practices on the local level. They've been relaxing gun laws since 2007, and it hasn't made our state or our law enforcement safer. But we're fighting wherever we can through Mayors Against Illegal Guns. We have a lawsuit currently against the Second Amendment Preservation Act, which ties the hands of our local law enforcement in enforcing gun laws and taking guns out of homes so people don't harm themselves or others. We're also looking at holding gun manufacturers accountable. Because any other industry that was as dangerous, the federal government would have stepped in to hold them accountable, like tobacco and auto manufacturers and the like.
What is the one thing you would like to say to the community this morning to give them a sense of confidence as we try to move forward?
I would say that our law enforcement did everything that perfectly. I would say that we have the best trained law enforcement in the country, and so again, it's unfortunate that people lost their lives and were injured in this incident, but they prevented it from being a lot worse. But also, it's okay not to be okay. Take the time to check in with yourself, check in with your children, check in with your children's friends, because sometimes they may not have parents who can notice those signs. This is the time to wrap our arms around each other and around our children.
Mayor, thank you so much for being with us this morning, and we will all get through this together.
Yes.
I appreciate you being very open and honest with us. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you have been impacted by the deadly shooting, we do have a list of resources for you. Just text the word HELP to 314-425-5355, and we will send a link straight to your phone.